Okay. Bezrat Hashem, today is Daf Samachet. A lot of fun things today. Okay, so the Gemara says, but first you have to pay the price. Meitive, we said yesterday at the end of the Daf, Baal Keri is like a Zav. The Ma'anaf Kamina that a Baal Keri is like a Zav, that a Baal Keri is Mishtaleh Chutz L'Shnei Machanot. The Baal Keri is not allowed Bichlal, even in Machaneh Leviyah, is not allowed, not only in the Azara, but also on the Arba'it. Meitive, I'll ask you a question. Bo'el Nida, the press that. Bo'el Nida, the right there. Bo'el Nida ketmemet. A Bo'el Nida is like a tmemet. With regards to what? Ilema letumatam. Is it talking about the tumah? That they have the same duration, like you said, that they both go to the mikveh at night. Hai tumat shiva ketiv be. Hai tumat shiva ketiv be. It says about both of them that they tameh 7 days. What would it be? Elalav lemahanotam. It must be coming to teach me that they're both in the same place. That the bo'el nida and the tmemet, the bo'el nida and the tmemet are allowed in the same place, right? Okay. Umid is safe. Now that has nothing to do with the Baal Keri, right? But umid is safe. Lemahanotam. If the Reisha said Baal Keri kemagasheret, Bo'el nida ketmemet, right? And when it says Bo'el nida ketmemet, it means it's like a tmemet with regards to where he's allowed to go. Machaneh, he's allowed to go into Machaneh Leviyah. Mistama and the Reisha, when it says Baal Keri kemagasheret, it also means that he's allowed to go where magasheret is allowed to go, which is into Machaneh Leviyah. So do you see? Not like Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan said that a Baal Keri is Mishtaleh Chutz L'Shnei Machanot like a Zav. Says you see the Braita is against him. Umid the Sefer L'Machanotam, Have Reisha Nami L'Machanotam. Says the Gemara, Mid the Iria. Who says Hakid Ita v'Hakid Ita? This one this way, this one. They're different points. And the proof is, if you wanted to tell me that they're both allowed in Machaneh Leviyah, you should have just compared them both to a Tmemet. Why do you say Baal Keri Baal Keri ketmesheret? Say Baal Keri ketmemet. Elal korchach, you're talking about different aspects. Meiti, I'll ask you a question. New question. Metzorah hamur mizav. The metzorah is more hamur than a zav, and a zav is hamur than a tmemet. We know that. That's what we had in the pasuk, right? The metzorah is more hamur than the zav. It's Taum Priya of Raymond. The zav is more hamur than tmemet. Tumah yotze migufo. Yatsa Baal Keri. The Baal Keri is excluded. Shetmemet hamur mimenu. A tmemet is more hamur than it. So what does that mean? My yatsa. What does it mean? The Baal Keri is out. My love yatsa michlal zav. Doesn't it mean that it's not included in Zav, which you would normally compare it to? Uba lechlal tmemet, and he's in the camp of the tmemet. Teha tmemet hamur mimenu, because the tmemet is more hamur than a Baal Keri. It's too much shiva, it needs haza'ah. Umutar b'machaneh leviyah, and the tmemet is mutar b'machaneh leviyah, and therefore it stands to reason that a Baal Keri who's more kal than a tmemet is also mutar b'machaneh leviyah. Rashi, lo yatsa michlal tememet v'achi mashma yatsa Baal Keri miklal zeh. The Baal Keri is out of the category of zav. Lefi homer tumatan homer shiluhan. According to how strict their tumah is, that's how far you have to send them. Yatsa Baal Keri she'af al pi shetmemet hamur memenu, even though the tmemet is more hamur from it, shu tumat shivah. The tmemet is tameh 7 days. V'zeh tumat erev, and this is tameh to the night.
What happened to this Rav Koshehu?
Maybe he also holds like Rabbi Shmuel, I don't know. Afilu hachi le'inyan machanot, when it comes to the camps. Baal Keri hamur. The Baal Keri is more hamor. The Al Korchach kiketi v'chol zav. The Rabot Baal Keri ata l'chlal zav. V'kol tameh l'rabuye tmei sheretz l'chlal tmei met ata. דכל חד ואחד למאי דדמי מדמינן. ובעל קרי דומה לזב שהטומאה יוצא עליו מגופו. Actually, sorry, this is the answer. Mechila.
Yeah, but he doesn't explain it.
Let's go back. Sorry, I read the wrong Rashi first. My yatsa lav yatsa miklal zav ubal lechlal tmemet tahat tmemet hamur mimenu umutar b'machane leviyas. The Gemara lo yatsa mimachane tmemet v'nechnas lemachane zav ve'af agav de tmemet hamur mimenu umutar b'machane leviyas. I mean, you thought it means that it should have been in mahane, in the mahane of the zav, and it went out to be in the mahane of the tmei met. Why? Because the tmei met is more hamur. That's what you thought, and it's a question on Rabbi Yochanan. No, read it like this: Yatsa Rashi is gores michlal tmei met, and the Gemara is gores Yatsa mimahane tmei met. Either way. V'nechnas l'machane zav, meaning you would have put it in machane tememet, but since we have a pasuk, v'chol zav, kol is coming to include Baal Keri, and therefore he's in the machane of the zav, even though the met is more hamur, right? Umutar b'machane leviyah lemay dedami le medaminan le. We compare the zav to what he's compared to, and he's compared to a zav. Fine. That's that questions on the Yochanan. Tani Tana kamed Rav Yitzchak bar Avdimi. A Tana taught a braita in front of Rav Yitzchak bar Avdimi. V'yatsa el michutz lamachane ze machane shechina. Lo yavo el toch hamachane zu machane leviyah. This pasuk is written in a different place. We have the pesukim we've been bringing now until now, or pesukim in Sefer Bamidbar and Parashat Naso, where it says V'shalachum min hamachaneh. It's talking about the machaneh in the camp called Tzarua v'Chuzah v'Chol Tamil Levish. That's as the Torah is setting up the machanot, right? In Parashat Bamidbar it tells you there's machaneh, Dega machaneh Reuven, Dega machaneh, and then in Parashat Naso they start setting it up, and then b'Ha'alotecha they travel, right? That's sending up the mahane. In Sefer Devarim, Parashat Kitetze, you have the din of a Baal Keri in the mahane milchama. Right? Yatsa ish ki lo yeh tahor mekere laila. Right? He has to go outside. So it says, V'yatsa el michutz lamachane lo yavo el toch hamachane. So what? It says twice mahane. Right? What's this double yitziah? V'yatsa michutz lamachane zu machane shechina. That he has to leave machane shechina is the azara. Lo yavo toch hamachane zu machane leviyah. That refers to machane leviyah. Mikan. From here we learn leba'al keri shiyotze chutz l'shtei machanot. That he has to go to two machanot, like Rabbi Yochanan, not like we were trying to prove that he's like a tmemet or like a tmei sheretz, right? Amar lei. So they told Rabbi Yitzchak bar Avdimi told this Tana, akati lo ilite afikte. Before you brought him in, you kicked him out. Let's see Rashi. V'yatzal michutz lamachane beba'al keri ketiv ki yebecha ish hachi garsinan v'yatzal el michutz lamachane zu machane shechina v'lo yavo el tach hamachane zu machane leviyah mikan sheba'al keri mishtaleh chutz l'shtei machanot da'amar kra shenitma ba'azara yetzeh b'shteim, he has to leave both. Amar le'akati lo a'ilite afikte adayin lo yichnasto lemachane leviyah. Right? V'yatsa el mechutz v'kvar hotzeto mimenu teka'amar, you're saying lo yavo letocha, don't come in. Michlal de'omed chutzala. You're telling me he shouldn't come in, he must be outside. V'ka'amar lo yikanes, and you're telling him don't come in. V'ha'akati lo ishta'e bazeh sheyatsa mimachane shechina ve'omed b'machane leviyah l'shalecho mimena. It says, how are you telling this guy that's just leaving machane shechina? So where's he going to go to machane leviyah? And you're telling him don't come in, he's already in. וכמזהיר שלא ייכנס כאילו כבר יצא, עקתי לו העליתה. כלומר, עדיין לא דיבר על כניסתו מטה עליה. You didn't even talk about about his going in, afikte, and you talk about him as if he left. It's a little difficult. What he's saying, he's in the Machane Shekhinah. The only way out is to go through Machane Leviyah. So how do you say Lo Yavo? He has to go through there. It's not exactly what Rashi is saying either. Lashon Acher, Karsina Nakati Lo Apikte A'ilite. You didn't kick him out and you're bringing him in, meaning Adayin Lo Hatzrachto Latzet Min Machane Leviyah. You didn't tell him to leave Machane Leviyah. Vikvar, he's harto. You already warned him Shelo Yikanes, that he shouldn't go in. V'hainu A'ilite. That A'ilite means you're talking about him going in. You didn't even kick him out yet. So therefore he says, that's one shot. Lishna Achrina. There's another girsa in what Rav Yitzchak Bar Avdimi told him. Akati lo afikte A'ilite. That's the second lashon, right? Ela ema michutz lamachane v'yatza el michutz lamachane zu machane leviyah. Lo yavo el toch hamachane zu machane shechina. Rashi. Ela ema hachi v'yatza el michutz lamachane zu machane leviyah. Uchsheba latzet mimena. Now you're leaving the machane leviyah. Which way should you go? Right? Al yikanes b'machane shechina. Don't go inside. That's lo yavo tom machane. When you're leaving machane leviyah, don't go towards machane shechina. Ve'ilo havektiv ishte machanot. If it didn't say two machanot, so he's telling me l'chaor that's pashut. If you already tell me he can't be in machane leviyah, certainly he can't go to machane shechina. So what do you have to tell me that for? ואילו הכתיב שתי מחנות הווה מוקים מנהלה בעומד במחנה שכינה ומצליחו לצאת ממנו, we'll tell you to leave it. אבל עומד במחנה לוויה, אם משתלח, he doesn't have to leave. והשתא דכתיב שתי מחנות, but now it says מחנה twice, על כורכך אחי תוקמי, you have to say, go out of the מחנה לוויה, and make sure you don't go into the מחנה שכינה.
Why couldn't he tell you to leave the Leviyah alone?
If he just told you, how do you know it's Leviyah? It doesn't say Leviyah. Yatsa mechutz lamachaneh. Maybe machaneh shechina. Ravina Amar, Ema idi v'idi lemachaneh shechina. Maybe it's both talking machaneh shechina, even though it says twice. V'la'avor alav be'aseh ve'lo ta'aseh. To teach you that he gets in aseh, he has to leave, and a lo ta'aseh to not leave. Im ken le'makrav yatsa el mechutz lamachaneh. Velo yavo el toch hamachane lameli. What if tried machane a second time? Shma mina liten lo machane acheret, which Rashi basically said already. Im ken name of yishalechu min machane velo yavo el toch velishtoch. Rashi's reading, parsing a little further. Velo yavo el toch machane lameli. What do you need machane for? Shma mina id machane acheret. So that's another proof or another dirasha confirming that a Baal Keri is nishtaleach chutz l'shtei machanot. Okay, now everybody paid in Tumah and Tahara, you get rewarded with a piece of Agadah. My mihui kiravav, what does it mean? What does it mean? The mihui kiravav, my mihui kiravav, Rav Huna Amar, sheminakevan besakin. You make a hole with the sakin to let out the smelly liquid. Rashi. Minakevan besakin sheyetze harei. She'im yanihu betochan. If you leave it inside, yasrichu, they'll get smelly. Kodem shetechshach. Velashon mihui shemotzi peresh raka. You let out the loose refuse. Tenimhat betocha. That's soft inside. Dishnafir bila'az. Not snafir. Dishnafir. I don't know, some French word. Kemo u'memahe v'shofech. He loosens it and he pours it out. U'kemo himhau v'gema'o. He melted it and he, what's it called? And he swallowed it. Lishna achrina. Another explanation. Mihui lashon nikiva v'chobel. Kemo timhe et zecher Amalek. I love it. It's Jackie's. Right? Eradicate the name of Amalek. There's probably one in the. Huh? No, it's almost in these.
It means a race over there, no?
That's what I think. Rashi says make a hole in it.
Inflate them?
Even if you get
I don't know.
attention, even Balabai.
Which Hibur? Isn't Hibur, what's it called?
Wow.
Damaging.
מה מיחוי כרבב? רב הונא אמר שמנקבם בסכין. חייא בר רב אמר שירקא דמעיה דנפק אגב דוחקה. He says it's referring to the stuff that comes out. Leha ha'aduka b'me'ayim. The I don't know exactly. Leha, the liquid that's stuck, or the gunk, the mucus. Yeah, that's stuck to the walls. Shiyotze mehem bedohak b'sakin. That you press it out with a sakin or scraping. U'b'la'az limun. Don't mix it up with lemon juice. Michui lashon davar bazui. Something ichi. Kedemefaresh ta'ama beharvot mehim. We'll see now. So Gemara, Amar Rabbi Elazar. Rabbi Elazar says, "My ta'ama de Chiya barav." Where does Chiya barav see the lashon mihui means leha, like this ichi stuff? Tichtiv beharvot mehim garim yochelu. My mashma. Where is that? Where do we see that? Kedemetargem Rav Yosef. V'nichsehon, the monies. Terishi aya. So you see, harbot somehow means money, and mehim is rishaim, which is a ichi thing. Tzadikaya, who are the garim, yachsin, the ones going to be living in the time of Mashiach, yachsinun, they'll get. So you see Rashi, Rishaya, Alma davar ra, v'sanuyu, you see mehim is something ichi. So that's, mihui is the ichiness of the kirevav, you take care of on Shabbat. Now, we continue the pasuk. Vera'u kivasim kedovram. And the kivasim, the sheep, will be shepherded, or will shepherd kedovram, the way it was spoken. Amar Menashya bar Yirmiyah Amar Rav kemedu barbam, like it was spoken about them. My kemedu barbam. Rashi says kivasim is kedovram, kivasim is Israel. So the Israel will be shepherded, or will shepherd kemedu barbam, kemoshu uftehu al yedei Navi, like the Navi promised them. My kemedu barbam, what was promised them? Amar Abayit, the reish of the pasuk, beharvot mehim garim yochelu, that they'll get the money of the Rishaim. Amal Rava, Rava told Abaya, Bishlama. Hey, look in Rashi. Ma'ike medu barbam, mahi ota avtacha, umefaresh la seifa dekra, hainu avtacha veharvo mechim garim, yochelu tzadikim, ad hena kegarim vetoshavim. Okay. What? No, it's not kigrim. Garim, the pasuk. Look at the pasuk. Garim yochel. Amar le Rava. Rava said, Bishlama iketiv harvot kid ka'amar. Hashta dichtiv veharbot. Now that it says veharbot, milta achritahi. It's a different thing. Which is the beginning of the pasuk. Yeah. So vera'u kivasim kedovram, and the way Rav is learning that what's kedovram, like I say, v'chorvot mehim garim yochelu. Rav said that's what Abaye says. Rav says, what do you mean? If you wanted it to be that, vera'u kivasim kedovram, like we say, chorvot mehim garim yochelu. But once you say v'chorvot mehim, it has to be that this is new. Kedovram is someplace else, and chorvot mehim is another thing. This is something else. The promise of Ira'u Kivasim Kedovram is like Rav Hananel Amarav. The Amar Rav Hananel Amarav. Atidim tzadikim shehayu et hametim. The tzadikim are going to be able in the future to bring dead back to life. Ketiv ha'cha vera'u kivasim kedovram. Uchtiv ha'atam Yir'u Bashan v'Gil'ad ki me'olam. So the Kedovram is referring to this pasuk where we mentioned also Re'iyah, shepherding. Yir'u Bashan v'Gil'ad. Now why are you mentioning Bashan and Gil'ad ki me'olam? So therefore Bashan refers to a person who comes from Bashan. Who's that? Ze Elisha. Haba min Bashan shene'emar v'eini v'shafat b'Bashan Yoel Arosh v'shafam ha'mishneh v'ya'enai v'shafat b'Bashan. So there was a guy called Shafat and he was up in the Bashan. Uchtiv, and it says Pe Elisha ben Shafat Asher Yatzak Maimal Yede Eliyahu. So you see Elisha's family was originally from Bashan. So that's why he's called Bashan. V'Gil'ad ze Eliyahu. Shneimar Vayomer Eliyahu Teshbi Mitoshavei Gil'ad. And what was miyuhad about Elisha and Eliyahu? They were both mechayim etim. So too, Yir'u Bashan v'Gilad ki me'olam. They'll have the power of Bashan and Gilad ki me'olam to be mechayim. What's it called? To be mechayim etim.
So is this a nevuah in the future, or does the nevuah happen already?
No, for the future.
We'll have another, again,
We're going to have the power. The tzaddikim are going to be able.
like Eliyahu and Elisha.
Aywa. Rashi, Ela kemedubar bam derei shehainu kerav Hananel kemedubar beEliyahu veElisha. Like it was said about Eliyahu and Elisha, shehyu et hametim, kach yechayu kol hatzadikim et hametim. Yir'u v'ra'u legezerah Shabbat.
Eliyahu Tishbi, Eliyahu Giladi.
That's right. If it's in a song, then it's for sure true.
No,
I know, Jack. It's okay.
Abdallah.
I know. It says Mitoshavei Gilad. He needs the song. He says an interesting pshat. The Maharsha says, he quotes Elisha first. Why Elisha first? He says because Elisha was Mechayeh too. And what's his name was only Mechayeh one. Eliyahu was Mechayeh one. So even though Eliyahu comes first, they quote Elisha first. Second thing he says, why do they quote Gilad and Bashan? Because they're not really from Eretz Hill, from Eretz Sichon and Og. There's a point that the Metim of Chutz La'aretz are going to be also going to come back. And they say that the Metim of Chutz La'aretz come back b'zchut tzaddikim that are buried with them. So that tzaddikim are going to be Mechayim Metim like that. The Hanaf Yosef says wild. He says, Halom Afteh Shechitchiyat HaMetim B'Yad HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now this I never heard. I don't know where we got this from. Hatal shel techiyah. He says, where is the tal of techiyah? Hashem says it's tal techiyah, right? Nolad mishinat talmid chacham al sefer merir hayotze.
Wow.
When you fall asleep on the sefer, it's that's where the tal comes from. Right. Hanaf Yosef. Did you ever hear that? Where? I never heard it before.
All right, go to sleep a little bit.
I don't even bother learning. I just put my head down on the book to make techiyat.
Next time somebody's wife wakes him up,
Don't wake him up. Don't wake him up if he's sleeping.
וכתב היפה תואר שהקדוש ברוך הוא מזככן כטל אורות. Hashem purifies it like טל אורות. Okay. ואמרו חז"ל. No, Hashem converts it into tal. ואמרו חז"ל, עמי הארץ אינם חיים. עמי הארץ don't have a right to come up by תחיית המתים, שלא שימשו באור תורה. אבל כל what's called טל תורה מחייהו. אבל יש להם רפואה, כי המעשי ביתו לתלמיד חכם, והעוסק בפרקטיה לתלמיד חכם בעולם הזה, אותו יחיה בעולם הבא, he'll still come back, because the תלמיד חכם, שעליו הכתוב אומר, חיים כולכם היום. אם כן, כל תלמיד חכם יחיה את התומכו בעולם הזה. So עתידים צדיקים לחיות את המתים means that whoever supports the תלמיד חכם in עולם הזה, the תלמיד חכם will bring him back with his tal techiyah when he fell asleep on the sefer. So if you want to find the guy to support, you go find the guy that knows how to sleep on the sefer. Okay.
You have those rabbis that are very misudai. They have this study, and they go to sleep.
Right, wrong guy. No tal. Ish mishanto biyado. That's what he says. Okay, it's coming up. Ben Ish Chai says they're zochet to this because they were mechayed the nitzotzot, so therefore midah keneged midah, they'll be mechayed the metim. Okay. Amar Rav Shmuel bar Nachmani, Amar Rabbi Yonatan, עתידים צדיקים שיחיו מתים, שנאמר, עוד ישבו זקנים וזקנות ברחובות ירושלים, ואיש משענתו בידו ברוב ימים. וכתיב, ושמת משענתי על פי הנער. So when Elisha made תחיית המתים was משענת. So you see, איש משענתו בידו, when you have a משען in your hand, you can be מחיה מתים. Right? Why is that? Look in Rashi. The Maharsha says, because it says that it says that the Zekenim and the Zekenot are going to be young. What's the Lashon here? Lefi Peshutot. Oh, no, he's bad. So if it's going on Zekenim and Zekenot, it should say Mish'antam biyadam. Why does it say Ish Mish'anto biyado? Shma mina, it's not for the Zekenim and Zekenot. It's for some other reason. It's to make the Chiyat HaMetim.
The guy that's getting killed?
What?
That guy's Mish'an?
No. It's the tzaddik. He's going to use it for Tchiyat HaMetim. Ish is a tzaddik. Ula Rami. Ketiv it says, Bila Mavet LaNetzach. Uchtiv, Ki Ana'ar Ben Me'a Shana Yamut. So what do we mean? I thought Bila Mavet LaNetzach. There's no more death. Lo Kashya. Kan be Israel, kan be Akum. Yisraelim bila mavel hanetzach. The akum is me'ah shana yamut. Says Gemara ve'ovdei kochavim may ba'u hatam. What are the goyim doing there? Dechtiv. No, we need them. Ve'amdu zarim ve'ra'ut tzona'achem u'bnei nechar ikarchem ve'kormechem. They're there for service.
Very soon.
We don't have much time, right? Uleshmuel. That's one. Rav Chizda Rami, Ketiv v'chafra levana ubosha hachama. Uchtiv, it says, Vaya ora levana k'ora hama. V'ora hama yesh shiv'atayim k'or shivat hayamim. Right, on one end it says the moon will be like the sun. And it says the sun will be 7 times like the light of 7 days. That's, so you're going to still have sun and moon. Richie. Over here it says v'hafra levana bosha hama. The sun will be covered. The moon will be covered. The sun will be embarrassed because you won't need them at all. Look in Rashi. V'ubosha hama shelo ya'ir at all. Right? Yesh shivatayim ke'or shivat hayamim. Shivatayim, 7 shivatayim is 49, and it says like the light of the 7 days. 49 times the 7 days of now, each one of the days. Nimtza odef al or shel achshav 343. Kiminyan Geshem. 343 is Geshem.
45 it's
Says the Gemara, Lo Kashya. Kan the Olam Haba, Kan Limot HaMashiach. That's what he says. This adifut of Shivatayim Ke'or Shivat Yamim is only when there's Geshem al Gashmiut Ba'olam. Aval Olam Haba Shemizdachech HaGeshem Legamre. As gam ze aor lo yeh nechshav. That's why it says, "Hine asetav avar geshem halaf halach lo." Okay. So where's the light going to come from? Afterwards, it's going to be from the Rashi. Ba'olam haba v'hafra levana bosha hama shelo yeh ba'olam ela ziv zohar u'mareh shechina. V'limot haMashiach yeh ora levana k'ora hama. Uleshmuel de Amar en ben haolam hazeh limot haMashiach ela shibud malchiyot bilvad. Ma yikel lemeimar. What are you going to say according to him? Hared Yemot HaMashiach is the same. You can't say O Shivat HaYamim then. Idi v'idi le'olam haba. They're both in olam haba. V'lo kasha. Kan b'machane shechina, there's no sun. Kan b'machane tzadikim, they'll still have a sun.
shibud, no afuyot, like all the other kings are going to serve our king.
All right, we're not going to be no goyim on top of us. Rav Arami, Ketiv. It's
where's the machane? Shekhinah. That's a different item.
closer.
There's no question about even if we
No, he holds an M ben. So if there's M ben, I didn't say there's.
So they're both in Olam Haba, ya Habibi, both in Olam Haba. Idi v'idi le'Olam Haba after Yemot HaMashiach.
But M ben.
En ben Yemot HaMashiach la'Olam Hazeh. But Olam Haba is.
So what's the Tiyat HaMetim for? So it's Gedai again?
Who said you're dying again?
I said En Ben Olam Hazeh.
Yeah, I guess so.
Again, because you metukan now.
You don't want it? He'll take it. Not as empty as
I would argue police.
Okay. Ravar.
So do you get Tiyat HaMetim again? Or you get...
Ravar Rami. I got a piece to read you. We need to move. Ravar Rami. Ketiv ani amit va'ahaye. He doesn't have on this. Ani amit va'ahaye. Uchtiv mahatzti v'ani irpa. What do you need it for? Hashta ahuye mehaye. He brings people back from death. Marpe lo koshken. Certainly he could heal people that are not even dead yet. Says Gemara. Ela amara kadosh baruch hu. Hashem says you need a Gemara here. Amara kadosh baruch hu. Ma she'ani mamit ani mehaye. I'm bringing back to life the ones that I already killed. He goes, yeah, ani memit, I kill people, and I give them life in the beginning, but I don't bring back what I killed already. So no, ani memit ma she'ani mehaye. I bring back to life the same ones that I killed. Kemo shemahatzti v'ani irpa. Just like when I'm marpeh, it's not new people; it's the people that I made sick. So too, the tchiyat hametim is on people that I already killed, right? Tanu Rabbanan, look at Rashi. Ketiv ani amid v'ahaye mahatz tarmipa. Kivan shamar shemetim u'mehaye pshita da mechutzim yachol rapot. Ela ha ata lashmin coming to teach me. The lo tema amid v'ahaye lav de metim hayim ka'amar. Doesn't mean that the dead people come to life. Ela ani amid et hametim ani mehaye v'zan et ha'hayim. I keep alive the people that are alive. Uboreh et hanoladim. I create the ones being born. Lachi ketiv batre wrote afterwards mahatzti v'ani irpa. Keshem shema shemahatzti, just like what I make sick. Ani irpa. Lashon the en refuah ela b'mukeh. You only get healed if you're sick. Kach oto atzmo, the same person shani memi that I kill ani mehaya, I bring him back to life. And we have a braita saying like Rabbi Tan Rabbanan ani amid v'ahaye. Yachol I might say mita be'ehad v'hayim be'ehad. The mitah is in one guy, the hayim is in a different guy. Like we have regularly. Guys die, guys live. Talmud lomar mahatzti v'ani irpa. I hit and I bring back ma maka v'refuah be'ehad. Just like the hitting, the wounding, and the healing is in the same person. Af mitah v'hayim be'ehad. So too, the death and the life is in the same person. Mikan teshuvah. From here we have an answer. Lo omrim en tehiyat hametim min haTorah. From those that say in the Torah, there's no mention of Techiyat HaMetim. Davar acher, another pshat. Betchila, first, ma she'ani memit ani mehayeh. First, I'm going to bring the dead back to life. V'hadar, and after that, ma she'mahatzti v'ani irpa. Whatever sicknesses those people had before they died, I'm going to heal them after they come back. They're not going to come back up whole. They're going to come back the way they died. Guy was missing a leg, he comes back with that leg, and then Hashem will regrow it for him. Why? Look at Rashi. שכדרך שהם מתים, חגרים, סומים, אלווים, כך הם חיים במומן. ואחר כך מתרפים, כדכתיב אז ידלק כאייל פסח. Why? So everybody should know it's the same guy that died is the same guy coming out.
That's why, Rabbi, the
Yes.
problem with the Terumat Ivarim, that's the problem, right?
That's not the problem.
I'm saying, they're going to get up without heart or without kidney or without something.
Hashem, first of all, doesn't say that. Maybe Hashem will heal them. What's the big deal?
No, well, you said that's the problem with the...
That's not the problem.
So what's the problem?
The problem is it is an isur of nivul hamet, and the bigger problem is that usually they take the hub before the guy's dead.
Kill him before.
What? Well, depends how you define dead.
Must.
Depends how you define dead. If you redefine dead so that the guy that's really still alive is called dead, so then you're not taking him when he's still alive. But that's the 90% of the transplants are coming from people that are brain dead. Now, if you accept brain dead, so you accept brain dead. If you don't accept brain dead, so then you're taking from a live person.
So they approved it. Rabbi who comes from Israel is speaking.
Wiener.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we don't have time for this. We have a very interesting piece over here about Techiyat Mitim, but we got to do that. We have a home. It's 9:40. Let's go. 8:40. Hekter halavav. Right, the hekter halavim is also on Shabbat. Tanya, they're not offering the halabim on the mizbech. Tanya, Amar Rabbi Shimon, Bo ur'eh, come and see. Kama haviva mitzvah b'sha'ata. How precious is doing a mitzvah in the right time. Sharei hekter halavim ve'evarim u'ptarim kesherim kol halayla. Technically, it's on Shabbat. Right? Motzei Shabbat is not Shabbat. You can bring them all night. We just said, once you made the zirikat adam on the daytime, you could be maktir the halavim all night. So we should really tell the guy, don't bring the halavim on Shabbat. Do it tonight. Right? Kekol halayla. Ve'em mamtinin la'amet shetachshach. We don't wait. We do it on Shabbat. Why? Mitzvah b'sha'ata. Rashi, Keshet.
Talking about Yud Dalit.
Yeah.
So Yud Dalit is the Shabbat. You're going to wait till the night until the Shabbat.
No, it's Yom Tov.
Yud Dalit shehal liyot be'erev Shabbat.
No, Yudah shal b'Shabbat. Rashi, Kesherim kol halayla kedechtiv al mokedah al mizbeach kol halayla. V'yachol haktiran kol halayla. You can bring them all night. V'afal piken, even so, em mamtinin la'em ad shetechshach. Ela mehalalin Shabbat alehem. We mehalel Shabbat to bring them. Kedechtiv olat Shabbat b'Shabbato. Al olat hatamid. Alma yisi haviva haviv lemaher mitzvah b'shata. You should do it right away. So we said harkavato v'avato mechutz l'tchum, carrying the korban up to the Beit Hamikdash and bringing it in from outside of the techum. V'hatichat yabelto, and chopping off its wart and dochin et Shabbat. Urminu, I'll ask you a question. Chotchim yabelet b'mikdash avalo b'medina. We have a Mishnah in Masechet Eruvin. You're allowed to chop off the wart in the Beit HaMikdash, but not outside the Beit HaMikdash. V'im b'kli, and if you're using a knife, kan v'kan asur. It's asur in both places. So how come? What?
A worm.
What worm?
Your hand.
Worm? How's he going to get the wart off?
Goes through, no?
That wasn't what Rashi said. Maybe you have your own little system. A lot of people would rather use a worm than their teeth, but I didn't know it was available. Right? Chotchim yabele b'mikdash. He's still scarjacking there. Chotchim yabele b'mikdash. Avalo b'medina. V'im b'kli kan v'kan asur. So what's the problem? B'chotech liyabelet in the Beit HaMikdash with your fingers. Or get one of the Kohanim to bite it with his teeth. Right? Rabbi Eliezer, they have experience. Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Hanina, Hadamar, one says, Idi v'idi biyad. They're both talking about doing it by hand. Habilaha, Habi Yavesha. Our Mishnah is talking when it's alive, it's moist. So therefore, you're not allowed, it's more domet to gozes. Habi Veshav, it's already dried out, it's going to come off anyway, you're allowed to knock it off. V'hadamar, one answers differently. Idi v'idi b'laha, they're both talking about a moist word. V'lo kashya, habi yad, habi keli. The Mishnah over here is talking with a keli, so it's an isur d'oraita, it's kedarka. You can't be doche d'oraita. Over there it's talking, you're doing it b'yad, it's an isur d'rabanan, it's mutar. Says Gemara, ulman de amar, habi yad, habi keli. Why didn't you like the answer about the dry and what's it called? Amar Lechai tells you, Yevesha mefrach pericha. The dry one, you just go like this and it falls off. It's nothing. That's not even called chopping it off. Ulman da amar idi v'idi biyad. The one that says they're both by hand. V'lo kasha habilaha b'ivesha. Mai ta'ama lo amar idi v'idi bilaha. Why doesn't he say one is with a hand, one is with a keli? Amar Lachai told him, keli, ha katani hatam. It already said the keli over there, and bekeli kan v'kan asur. But I need the Mishnah over here. Already says over there. V'idach, and the other man dama that says it says keli over here, even though it already said the keli is asur in eruvin. Ha de katani hey keli hacha. Pelukta de Rabbi Elazar v'Rabbi Yoshua atalashmin, and he wants to teach you that Rabbi Eliezer is matir even bekeli. Wants you to know that what I told you over there, that you can't cut it with a keli, That's according to the according to the Yoshua, but according to the Belezer, at least by Korban Pesach, it's Doche Shabbat. Even the cutting with a keli. Let's see Rashi. Have habiyad. Shechot chea biyado. You cut it with your hand. V'lo besakim without a knife. The end by ela mishum shvu. That's why it's only a drabanan. V'afilu achi asur belachat. Still asur with a, when it's moist. To'ilu matzil me'ebad me'etmo. You could have done it yesterday. V'hod eruvin. When in eruvin it says it's mutar. B'yevesha with a dry one. The afilu shvu lek. It's not even asur drabanan. You can't say the Mishnah in Eruvin is going like Rabbi Eliezer. The name of Rabbi Eliezer, the Amar b'matnitin dohim, and why is it doche? Mishum de katani atam ve'em bekli, ta'ave melacha gimura kan ve'kan asur. Ve'i Rabbi Eliezer ha'amar machshire mitzvah dochin et Shabbat afilu b'melacha gimura. L'chaura you should hold it's mutar even by a real melacha. That not Rabbi Eliezer Omer, Im lo yavi kelim erev Shabbat. If you didn't bring the knife from before Shabbat, you could also bring the knife for the milah. So too, you should be matir, or even cutting it off with a keli by the.
Carry it, or he says b'shinoi?
No, without a shin.
Just regular shake.
That was shelo b'rtzon Rabbi Eliezer. He wants you to take it straight through the shut rabin. So we answered that. So that you can't say it's Rabbi Eliezer over there. Had the eruvin. Another answer. So the first answer is one is dry. One is wet, or had the eruvin biyad, and that's why it's mutar. Matnitin bekeli, da'ave melacha gimura, ube'eruvin beperek batra, itanami kula hachsugya. The problem is umakshenan hatam. The Gemara over there asks on this question, on this answer, v'haga beshvut tanila. Our Mishnah, Rabbi Eliezer says we're talking about doing a shvut for the Korban Pesach. How could you not let a shvut if you let shechita? So how can you be talking about doing it bekeli, which is an isur deoraita on the laha, and then you call it a shvut? That's Gemara's question. V'haga beshvut tanila dekatani elu shemishum shvut lo idchu. These are the shvut shouldn't be doche. Amalav bekeli kai. So that's why the Gemara over there knocks out this answer. Mifrach pricha velo kari lechaticha. Why would you call it chaticha? So we say, "My ta'amar lo amar hab." The guy that says that they both biyad, one is wet, one is dry. What does he say? One is biyad, one bekeli, and say the Mishnah Ravin is also talking belacha. Says Gemara, no, hakatani hatam. It says over there beferush de asur with a keli. So why would they repeat it over here with a keli? Must be over here is also biyad. Over here it's asur because lacha. Over there it's talking about dry.
If the boiler's on.
So now, Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Yoshua told Rabbi,
You're not cooking, there's no fire.
told Rabbi Eliezer, he says, you tell me that Kal Vachomer, if you matir the shechita, certainly you should be matir the shvut. Because if you matir the Nisud Doraita, you should be matir the Nisud Drabanan, or rather the Chachamim should have made a Nisud Drabanan over here. Come along to Rabbi Shua, he says, look, every Yom Tov we have Isurim Drabanan. The Torah was matir shechita in Yom Tov, matir the Isud Doraita v'ochel nefesh, and yet we have Isurim Drabanan, that's the end of the way of ochel nefesh. Right? So you see, that's not true. Even when we matir Isurim Doraita, we make Isurim Drabanan. So Rabbi Eliezer told him, he says, what are you comparing? Over there it's a reshut. Over here it's a mitzvah. So what's Rabbi Yoshua? Rabbi Yoshua doesn't answer. Says the Gemara, Amar Rabbi Lazmam Shechita, Rabbi Yoshua leTamer. Rabbi Yoshua going to Shechita. The Amar Simchat Yom Tov Nami Mitzvahi. He says Simchat Yom Tov is a mitzvah. What? They're both mitzvah. The Tanya and Rabbi Eliezer holds Simchat Yom Tov is not necessarily a mitzvah. The Tanya we learned. Let's see. Rabbi Eliezer Omer En lo le'adam b'Yom Tov. There's no middle ground. Ela o ochel v'shoteh o yoshev v'shoneh. Either eat all day or learn all day.
Sleep?
Eating includes sleeping. Jack was worried.
No.
Also, learning includes sleeping. We have Chayat HaMetim.
No, the sleep for the tal.
Rabbi Yoshua Omer
Okay, we take the sleep.
Halekeu Chetziyo la'achila v'shtiya v'chetziyo leBeit HaMidrash. You have to divide it. Half for the Beit HaMidrash, right? And half for yourself. The Amar Rabbi Yochanan shnehem ikra hadarshu. They're both being doresh the same pesukim. Katuv echad omer, one pasuk says atzeret laHashem Elohecha. V'katuv echad omer atzeret tiyeh lachem. So what do? Is it Lashem or Lachem? If it's Lashem, sit and learn all day. If it's Lachem, eat all day. Rabbi Eliezer Savar, option. O Kulo Lashem, O Kulo Lachem. It's two different options.
They both agree.
If you get Simsachar,
What?
They both agree.
Coming. Rabbi Yoshua Savar, Halekeu, split it. Chetzio Lashem v'chetzio Lachem. So Rabbi Yoshua says you have to have Simchat Yom Tov, it's a chiyuv and it's a mitzvah. For him he says, yeah, even though it's a mitzvah, they will say Shavut. It's a proof. Rabbi Eliezer says it's not a mitzvah. You know why they made Shavut? Hang out in Beit Midrash. You're not forced to eat.
you have to eat.
No. That eating is yani go to Beit Midrash. I have a bite, but it's not a Simchat Yom Tov. The Simchat Yom Tov is in the Beit Midrash. The eating, okay, I need something to get me through. Have a cracker. Rashi.
Simchat.
Rabbi Yoshua de Mapik, Simchat Yom Tov, Ra'aya lePesach Hazi leTa'ameh. Ta'amar Simchat Yom Tov mitzvah, va'afilu achilodach yashvut. Hara'oi la'asom mi be'od yom. They give different reasonings to this business. Da'at Rabbi Eliezer bazeh, כי למה שידענו, כי הדברים המשמחים את הגוף מעיקים ומצילים את הנפש. וההפך בהפך, the nefesh likes, the guf doesn't like. כי הדברים המשמחים את הנפש מצילים את הגוף. אם כן, אם יחזה האדם את האלוקים ותורתו ויאכל וישתה, לא תושלם מצווה ושמחת בחגיך בשום אחד משני חלקי האדם. Asher hilkavnu mehem. So neither side is going to be fully happy. So therefore Hashem says you got to make one side fully happy, either the body or the nefesh. Al ken ne'emar kidat haTorah bazeh leshenesmach bechagenu mo'adei Hashem al kol panim bechelek echad mechelekim hashenayim. Im leguf ba'achila v'tishtiya v'az tushlam simchat haguf lema shehu mishtokek o yoshev v'shoneh ubazeh tushlam simchat hanefesh ki hi chaya v'orech yamea. והחלק השני שכנגדו אשר הוא שובת ממלכתו, not a problem, this guy's happy. דעת רבי יהושע במאמר ושמחת בחגיך אל כלל האדם נאמר, both sides. ואם יאכל וישתה לבד או יושב ושונה לבד, יהיה החלק האחר מאדם יושב ובטל משמחה. Therefore, you have to be what's it called? You have to do a little bit of both. Good question. That's mutar. Doesn't say it's a mitzvah. Lachem or Lashem? Okay. Atzeret tiyeh lachem. There was another pshat. It's like
Americans get scared. They don't do it.
The girl must have.
oh, this is too complicated for now. Okay. So let's see. Amar Rabbi Elazar. Hakol modim, meaning even Rabbi Yoshua is modeh, even Rabbi Eliezer is modeh. Ve'atzeret deba'ina nami lachem. On atzeret you also have to eat for yourself. My ta'ama, yom shenitna bo Torah. It's the day the Torah was given.
The opposite, no? I thought it should be all on Torah. Not...
So kanere, you have to show that you're happy. Rashi, שישמח בו במאכל ומשתה, להראות שנוח ומקובל יום זה לישראל שניתנה בו תורה.
So there's a simcha in Shetiyah Nachila.
Okay. אמר רבא, הכל מודים בשבת, דבעינא נמי לכם. מהי טעמה? וקראת לשבת עונג. אמר רב יוסף, הכל מודים בפורים, דבעינא נמי לכם. מהי טעמה? ימי משתה ושמחה כתיב.
Why bring the Rabbanans into the
כל דתקון רבנן כאין דאורייתא תיקון. It says ויום טוב, משתה ושמחה ויום טוב.
Pasuk wasn't Yom HaPurim.
It was. משתה ושמחה ויום טוב. It says יום טוב. Right? מור ברד רבינה, כולה שעת ההווייתי בתעניתה. He would fast any day of the year. What does that sound like? That he holds like Rabbi Eliezer? לבר מעצרתה, צף שבועות, ופוריה הם פורים, ומעלה יומא דכיפורי. עצרת יום שניתנה בו תורה. פוריה ימי משתה ושמחה כתיב. מעלה יום הדכיפורי תתני חיה ברב מדפתי ועיניתם את נפשותיכם בתשעה לחודש. וכי בתשעה הם מתענים ולא בעשירים מתענים. Why did it say on the 9th? Be on the 10th. אלא לומר לך, כל האוכל ושותה בתשעה בו, if you eat on the 9th, מעלה עליו הכתוב כאילו מתענה תשיעי ועשירי. It's like you fasted the 9th and the 10th.
All the holidays, it's not eating holidays? Pesach and holidays? According to what he says, not.
No, he didn't have to. He fasted.
Pesach,
He liked fasting.
matzah, doraita, all the
At
stuff.
night he ate.
Every day.
At day he fasted. Some say that Morbered did Ravina. He fasted on any day. He would fast the Ta'anit Halom except for these 3 days. It says if you have a Ta'anit, you have a Ta'anit LaHalom, Ke'esh L'Nurva Afilu B'Shabbat, but not on Shavuot, not on Erev Kippur, and not on Purim. That's the halacha. They hold like that. Because if not, then he's holding like Rabbi Eliezer. Like this, he holds like Rabbi Yoshua. But the Sevara, that's Mechayev. Rabbi Eliezer is also Mechayev that you can't even make a Tani
What
Halom.
about Shabbat?
Shabbat, if you need to, you could.
Well, he's fasting in Shabbat according to this.
Yeah.
But about Shabbat and Saudat Shabbat?
We said it even applies to Tanit.
Then Shaykhot Achila is more important than time. The Tikkun of Achila is more important than Tikkun.
Amar Rav Yosef Biyoma de Atzerta on Shavuot Amar Avdi li igla tilta. Make me this choice type of egel. Shalishi la beten umuvharhu. Right? Amar, he would say, Ilo hayomad de kagarim. If not for this day that caused, because we got the Torah, Kama Yosef ika b'shuka. I'd be like a regular Yosef. I'd be a regular Joe. Rav Sheshat called Latin Yomin every 30 days. Me'ader le Talmudai. He would review his learning. Vitali v'kai be'ivra dedasha. He would lean on the door. Ve'amar, and he would say, Hadai nafshai, Hadai nafshai. Be happy, my soul. Be happy, my soul. Lach kar'i. For you I learned Chumash. Lach taneh. For you I review Mishnah. Only for you. B'shvilcha u'tzurcha shaniti v'kariti. Ve'amar Rabbi Lazar. Ini, is this true? Ve'amar Rabbi Lazar, ilmale Torah lo netkaymu shamayim va'aretz, shene'emar lo beriti yomam v'layla, chokot shamayim va'aretz lo samti. So you see, he's helping the whole world. Rashi, ini, v'chi en hana'a betamut Torah ela lelomdeha levadam, em lo beriti shel yomam v'layla, da'aynu tamut Torah shekatuv bo v'agita bo yomam v'layla. The whole world will be destroyed. Says Gemara, right? But ki avid inish adata denafshek avid. You learn for yourself, and Hashem makes the world last. Amar Rav Ashi ulamai deka Amar Rabbi Eliezer. Nami yom tov reshut it lepercha. Even the way Rabbi Eliezer said it, that we're talking about that yom tov is a reshut. Even according to him, there's a percha. You can say it like this: Uma yom tov shetir bo melacha shel reshut. Even on yom tov, that melacha, the reshut is mutar. Cooking is for reshut according to him. Lo hitir shvut she'ima. They weren't matir the shvut that comes along. If you matir melacha, the need to matir melacha is so strong. You even matir melacha. V'reshut you weren't matir the shvut she'ima. Shabbat shelo hitir ba'elash melacha shemitzvah. Shabbat when you doche korban Pesach on Shabbat is much less of a dechiyah. Why? I'm only matir for a mitzvah. En odin shelo tatir shvut she'ima. Certainly you shouldn't be matir the shvut that comes with it. Because I'm only being doche as little as I can. The other guy was a much bigger day. You matir not only for mitzvah, even for the shoot. And you still were matir, you still were oseh shivut. Over here we only matir the exact mitzvah. Certainly you shouldn't be matir the shvut. For Rabbi Eliezer, no, shvut the mitzvah adif. Rabbi Eliezer says, no, you can't compare it. When you do a shvut the mitzvah, it's a much more important thing. That's why we would be matir. Over there we weren't matir the shvut mitzvah, the shvut of Yom Tov, not because shvuts are so important. Because what you're getting is not important. You're only getting a shvut of a reshut. That's not important enough to be matir. But when you're going to get a shvut mitzvah, that's important enough to be matir. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.
The Eglah is to eat meat on
That was what he liked.